Attractive men's habits women secretly love. Use them daily. Did you know that women subconsciously notice micro habits more than flashy actions? Research shows it's the subtle daily behaviors that truly make you unforgettable, not your car, your abs, or your wallet. In today's video, I'll show you 9 underrated yet scientifically backed habits that women find irresistible. Most men have no clue about them. Stick around till the end because I'm saving a powerful bonus habit just for our real community members. Habit 1. Mastering the art of pausing before speaking. Have you ever noticed how the most magnetic people in a room aren't the ones who speak the fastest? They're the ones who pause. They take a moment. They let silence work in their favor. When you pause before speaking, you're doing something subtle but powerful. You're signaling thoughtfulness and self-control. You're telling everyone around you, without using any words, that you are not rushed, you are not desperate for attention, and that what you say matters. It's a trait deeply associated with high status. Because high-status individuals, whether consciously or not, always project an air of calm deliberation. Think about it. Would you trust someone who blurts out the first thing that comes to mind? Or someone who takes a beat, gathers their thoughts, and then delivers something meaningful? There's a saying I love that captures this perfectly. Silence between thoughts makes your words sound like gold. Picture yourself at a networking event. The person who holds the room isn't the loudest or the quickest. It's the one who speaks like each word is crafted with care. That tiny pause creates gravity around you. It makes people lean in. It makes you unforgettable. And the best part? You can start practicing it today. Habit 2. Using subtle self-touch during conversations. Now let's talk about a habit that's so subtle, most people miss it completely. But when you master it, you become magnetic without saying a word. It's called subtle self-touch. And no, not in a weird way. I'm talking about lightly adjusting your watch, touching your wrist, or casually playing with a ring during a conversation. These tiny, natural movements send unconscious signals of intimacy. They tell the person you're speaking with that you're relaxed, self-assured, and fully aware of your own body, without you even trying too hard. According to a study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior, subtle self-touch can actually increase how approachable and trustworthy you appear. It's a primal thing. When you look comfortable with yourself, you make others feel safe being around you. Think about James Bond for a second. You'll rarely catch him fidgeting nervously. Instead, he might casually adjust his cufflinks or check his watch mid-conversation. It's effortless, it's confident, and it sends a clear message. I'm in control of myself, and by extension, the situation. Start practicing this next time you're talking with someone. You'll be surprised how differently people respond to you, subconsciously leaning in, feeling more connected without even knowing why. Habit 3, smiling slowly instead of instantly. Here's a habit that might surprise you. It's not just smiling that makes you more attractive, it's how you smile. Instant smiles, the ones that flash across your face the moment you lock eyes with someone, can sometimes feel a little eager, a little too desperate for approval. But a slow building smile, that's different. That feels authentic, confident, real. Women are highly intuitive about this. A delayed smile signals emotional intelligence and a genuine connection, not just the need to be liked. It tells her, I see you, I recognize you, and I'm choosing to engage. That subtle difference changes everything. There's a brilliant quote you should remember. Fast smiles beg for approval, slow smiles grant approval. And it's true. When you let your smile bloom naturally, you project quiet strength instead of seeking validation. Think about George Clooney for a second. His signature move? That tiny half-second delay before his grin spreads across his face. It's charming without trying to be. It's confident without being arrogant. Next time you meet someone, resist the urge to flash a quick grin. Instead, let your smile build slowly. You'll feel the energy shift, and so will they. Habit 4, holding deep eye contact right after laughing. If you really want to create instant chemistry, there's a simple habit you can start using today. Hold deep eye contact right after you both share a laugh. Not before, not during, after. When you maintain that gaze for just 1 or 2 seconds longer, you subconsciously anchor the positive emotion of laughter to you. It tells her, without saying a word, look, we're vibing. This connection is real. Research published in Psychological Science backs this up. They found that shared laughter, combined with eye contact, dramatically increases feelings of closeness and attraction, even between strangers. It's almost like you're sealing the good moment with your eyes. And it's so subtle, most people won't even realize why they feel drawn to you. They'll just feel it. Imagine cracking a joke, hearing that beautiful laugh, and instead of looking away or nervously glancing down, you hold her gaze for a heartbeat longer. It's electric. It says you're confident, present, and emotionally connected. It's the difference between just making someone laugh and making someone feel something. Try it the next time you're sharing a moment. You'll be amazed at the invisible bond it creates. Habit 5, letting silence sit comfortably. Here's a rare habit that instantly separates the truly magnetic from the merely average. Let silence sit. Don't rush to fill it. Don't panic. Just own it. Most people are terrified of silence. It makes them fidget, overshare, or crack a joke just to break the tension. But you're different. When you stay calm during a pause, you signal unshakable confidence. You show that you're completely at ease with yourself, and by extension, with her. There's a powerful truth here. Comfort with silence is comfort with yourself. Insecure people treat silence like a fire they have to put out. Attractive men treat it like a fireplace. They let it warm the room. Here's a simple example. After asking a deep or thoughtful question, don't immediately jump back in to explain or soften it. Stay calm. Give her space to think, to feel, to respond. In that moment, she's not just processing your question, she's leaning into you mentally. That stillness creates intimacy. It makes her curious about you. It turns an ordinary conversation into something that feels charged, meaningful, and rare. So next time you're tempted to fill the air with nervous words, don't. Let the silence work for you. Habit 6, mirroring microexpressions, not gestures. Most people think building connection means copying someone's body language, but copying gestures can feel awkward, even a little creepy if you're not careful. Here's a smarter, far more natural way. Mirror microexpressions. Microexpressions are those tiny flashes of real emotion, like a quick smile, a slight eyebrow raise, or a subtle squint. They happen in a fraction of a second, and whether you realize it or not, you instinctively trust them more than words. And here's something fascinating. FBI behavioral analysts are trained to spot and mirror microexpressions because it builds rapid rapport, even in high-stress situations. This isn't some trick. It's human connection science at its finest. Imagine you're talking to a woman and she gives a tiny half smile with just one corner of her mouth. Instead of copying her whole posture or exaggerating it, you just mirror that micro smile, subtly, naturally. It's like speaking a secret emotional language only the two of you understand. When you mirror these tiny expressions, you're telling her, I get you. I feel what you're feeling. And trust me, she will pick up on it. Maybe not consciously, but deep down, she'll feel closer to you. Master this, and your presence will feel effortlessly magnetic. Habit 7, speaking in a slightly lower tone, only at the end of sentences. Here's a subtle shift that can completely change how people perceive you. Lower your tone slightly at the end of your sentences. Not at the beginning, not throughout, only at the end. When you do this, you naturally project certainty, emotional grounding, and quiet authority. You're not asking for approval. You're delivering your thoughts like someone who leads, not follows. It's simple human psychology. A rising tone signals uncertainty, like you're questioning yourself. A steady or slightly falling tone, though? That feels grounded, final, trustworthy. There's a quote I want you to keep in mind. Voice is gravity. Lower it carefully, and you pull people in. Think about the way Morgan Freeman speaks. Or Barack Obama. Notice how their voices slightly drop at the end of key sentences. That tiny tonal shift commands attention without shouting. It makes people lean forward without them even realizing why. When you speak like this, you don't have to be the loudest guy in the room. Your voice itself becomes a magnet. It tells everyone around you, I know who I am, and you might want to pay attention. Practice this while reading out loud. You'll hear the difference immediately. Habit 8, offering brief, unsolicited praise about her thinking style. If you really want to stand out, here's a habit that most men completely overlook. Compliment her mind, not her looks. Looks fade. Compliments about beauty are nice, but they're expected. When you admire the way she thinks, that hits on a whole different level. Simple phrases like, "I love the way you think about that," or "That's such a clever perspective," go straight to the core of who she is, not just how she appears. And here's something backed by science. Neuroscience research shows that compliments about intelligence trigger stronger dopamine releases than appearance-based ones. In other words, praising her mind literally makes her feel better, and feel better around you. Imagine you're casually chatting about a movie, a book, or even just an idea, and instead of saying, "You look great tonight," you say, "I love how you broke that down. I never would have seen it that way." In that moment, you're not just another guy noticing her dress. You're the rare person noticing her mind. And believe me, that kind of recognition sticks. The more you value her thinking, the more she'll value being around you. Habit 9, displaying thoughtful neglect. Being attentive, then busy. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is what I like to call thoughtful neglect. It's about being fully attentive in the moment and then stepping away to live your life. When you give someone your attention and then you slightly withdraw, you send a clear, magnetic message. "I enjoy you, but my life is already rich and full without you." This taps into something deeply wired into human psychology called the reward uncertainty effect. Studies show that when attention is slightly unpredictable, attraction actually increases. It's not about playing games. It's about naturally showing that you have your own center of gravity. There's a beautiful truth you should remember. Attention is valuable because it's rare, not constant. For example, after a great conversation, resist the urge to keep texting all night. Instead, go to the gym, dive into a hobby, run your errands. Let her wonder what you're up to. Let her miss you a little. Because when you balance connection with independence, you become the man she's excited to reconnect with, not someone she takes for granted. Being occasionally unavailable shows emotional maturity, and that's endlessly attractive. If you're loving these insights, comment the word magnetic below, so I know you're one of the real ones watching all the way through. Bonus habit, owning your small mistakes without over-explaining. Let's wrap this up with one of the most underrated signs of true confidence. Owning your small mistakes without making a big scene about it. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being transparent and completely unfazed when things don't go exactly right. If you spill a drink, stumble on a word, or forget a small detail, don't panic. Just acknowledge it with a relaxed smile. Say something like, "Oops, that one's on me," and keep the conversation flowing like it's no big deal. There's a quote I want you to hold on to. Real strength is in how little a mistake shakes you. Women find this incredibly attractive because it shows you don't derive your worth from being flawless. You're secure enough to laugh at yourself and move forward. And this isn't just theory. Social psychology studies have found that confident self-deprecation can boost likability by up to 23%. So the next time something small goes wrong, own it casually. Trust me, the way you handle the little moments speaks louder than any grand gesture. Thank you for being part of our real community and for sticking with me all the way through. You're exactly the kind of person who's going to thrive with these habits. Here's your quick action list. Pause before speaking, smile slowly, and own the silence. Watch the magic happen. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button. It really helps our growth and tells YouTube to show this video to more amazing people like you. Make sure you subscribe if you want daily insights like these. And share this with someone you know would love it too. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We handpicked another video that's showing right now on your screen, one we know you'll absolutely love. Go ahead and watch that next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.